Hi first graders, it's Mrs. Briggs here for a reading lesson. Today's lesson is going to cover 2 days, so you will listen to me on this video twice, for day 1 and day 2. Okay, so let's look at our targets for those 2 days. If it is day 1, our learning target is I can learn new words and use them in sentences. If it is day 2, we are going to retell this story using beginning, middle, and end. And our story today is called Fireflies for Nathan, and you can find it in your green book. I'll show you which book that is. It's in your green book with the rabbits on the front, and it is on page 176. I will have the story on the screen for you if you'd like to follow along. If it is day 2 and you want to read it on your own, you can do that in your green book. Alright, so if it's day 1, I can learn new words and use them in sentences. Our first word is appear. Appear. Now appear means to come into view, so now we can see it. We also have beacon, not bacon, beacon. We have the EA pattern here, beacon. And that is a light that warns people of danger. Or it's just a bright light to let people know, hey, there's something over here. Like on a lighthouse, how that light shines for people on boats to see that there's land there. And our third word is warn. And warn means to let someone know about danger or that something is going to happen. To let them know about it, to warn them. If it is day 1 on Seesaw, you're going to write 3 sentences. 1 sentence for each of these new vocabulary words. So you're going to write a sentence using the word appear, a sentence using the word beacon, and then a sentence using the word warn. If it is day 2, we're going to retell the story with beginning, middle, and end. So let's read through this story together. Alright, we have Fireflies for Nathan, and we have a little beginning part here where we look at some words that we need to know. So we have a jar of fireflies. In this story, you will read about a boy who spends time with his grandparents. They catch fireflies in a jar just like the boy's father did when he was 6. I want you to think about what a firefly is. Have you ever caught a firefly? Have you ever seen a firefly? Here's some words to know. You can read them with me. Above, minute, against, dark, already, star, caught, jar, begin, arm. I see a lot of R-controlled or bossy R words. Let's practice these sentences together, so follow along and read them with me. Number 1, Nathan got a jar to catch fireflies. It was already dark when he saw the first star in the sky above. Soon the fireflies would begin to come out. Nathan saw a light against the dark sky. He caught 1 firefly and put it in the jar. In a minute, he had 5 fireflies in his jar. He held the jar tight with his arm and let all the fireflies out. Have you ever caught fireflies in a jar? Here we have Fireflies for Nathan, and this is written by Shulamith Levy Oppenheim, and the pictures are by John Ward. So here we have Nathan. Again, if it's day 2, I want you to think about what you need to include in the beginning, what do you need in the middle, and what do you need at the end. Nathan asks, when Daddy lived here, was he little like me? Nana smiles. He was. We came here when he was almost 6. I'm 6 already, Nathan says. You are. And Nana kisses Nathan on the cheek. What was Daddy's favorite thing to do when he was 6? Nathan asks. Nana thinks and thinks. Fireflies, she says. Do you see the fireflies? When night came on, the three of us, your Poppy too, would creep across the lawn just when the fireflies began to star the grass. Your daddy caught a few, 3, 4, or 5, enough to make a shining lamp. I know exactly where the jar has been. Nathan jumps up. Please, Nana, let's go in and get the jar. It's almost night. Who are the characters in this story? We have Nana, Nathan, and Poppy. So these are Nathan's grandparents. They're his dad's mom and dad. Do you think they're going to catch some fireflies? Let's find out. Nathan and Nana and Poppy are sitting in the grass. The sky is streaked with red. They're waiting for the night to come. Their feet are bare. What does that mean? Their feet are bare. Does that mean they turned all hairy and have sharp claws? No, it means they're not wearing any shoes or socks. A ladybug begins a journey over Nathan's toes. A goldfinch lights atop a spread of Queen Anne's lace. A monarch butterfly wings in and out. Deep in the pond, the bullfrogs croak, "Good night, good night." You see the ladybug on his toe? We have a goldfinch, that's a type of bird, and then our monarch butterfly. Think about the setting and where Nathan is at the beginning of the story. We have our characters, Nana, Poppy, Nathan sitting in the grass. The minutes pass. Nathan shakes his leg. The ladybug falls off his foot. He tugs at Poppy's sleeve. "Not yet," Poppy says. More minutes pass. Nathan pulls at Nana's arm. It's getting dark. Where are the fireflies, Nana? They'll be here soon. Nana and Poppy nod their heads. What is it called when you have to wait and it takes a little bit of time, but you just have to wait for that moment to come? You have to have patience, right? You have to be patient, especially when it's something as exciting as seeing fireflies. You have to wait until it's dark. And very soon, 1, 2, then 3 and 4, the firefly glows appear. The blinking yellow lights are everywhere above the grass. What's happening now? What are these? They're the fireflies. What does it look like Nathan's going to try to do? Nathan and Nana and Poppy creep across the lawn. Slowly, slowly, Poppy whispers. Let Nana hold the jar. Nathan cups his hands around a glow. I've got one, Poppy. Nana, I want to see it blinking on and off. Careful, Nana warns. What's going to happen when he opens his hands? But it's too late. The firefly is gone. Nana whispers, just like your daddy. There it goes out of his hands. You have to keep your hands cupped tightly till you drop the firefly in the jar. Nathan promises, I will, and soon the jar becomes a beacon in the night. A beacon, remember, gives off light, like a little lamp. The firefly jar is sitting by the bed. Nana tucks the sheet up under Nathan's chin. Poppy kisses Nathan's cheek. Do you like catching fireflies with me? Nathan asks. We do. Just as much as with my daddy? Just as much. You can let them out when I'm asleep. Nana and Poppy smile. That's what your daddy always said. I'm going to tell Mommy and Daddy all about catching fireflies with you. Nathan yawns and lays the firefly jar beside him on the pillow. He presses his cheek against the glass. Nana, I'm glad you saved the jar. And so are we. Nana and Poppy tiptoe from the room. And so are we. Now, do you think Nathan had a good time with his Nana and Poppy? Or his Grandma and Grandpa? It sure seems like it. You do have to meet the author and the illustrator, but there's also in your green book, there's a little art activity that looked kind of cool if you wanted to try this. It's called glowing pictures. So step 1 is to draw a scene from the story that shows fireflies. Notice they used yellow for the fireflies on here to show them glowing. Number 2, use a pencil to poke holes through the fireflies on your paper. So you actually want to poke a hole through the paper where you drew each of the fireflies. Then you can shine a flashlight from behind your paper to make the fireflies glow. And if you turn off the lights, it might look really cool too. So that's an art project that you could try with that. Again, it's optional, you don't have to, but it just looked like maybe a fun thing to try to go with this story. Okay, your final reminder for your activities on Seesaw. If it is day 1, you're writing 3 sentences, 1 sentence for each of our vocabulary words, and we'll go through those one more time. We have appear, which means to come into view, so now we can see it, just like the fireflies appeared in the field. Beacon is a light that warns people of danger. Now the beacon in this story was the jar of fireflies. It wasn't warning anyone of danger, but it was a source of light. And then warn, to let someone know about danger or that something is going to happen. Nana warned Nathan that if he opened his hands, the fireflies would fly away. So he had to keep his hands cupped until he dropped the fireflies into the jar. So write your own 3 sentences on Seesaw. If it is day 2, please remember to fill in the beginning, middle, and end on your Seesaw Daily activity. Again, in the beginning, think about who were the characters. We had Nana, Poppy, and Nathan. Where were they at the beginning? You can go back and look at that. And what was the first event in the beginning? What happened in the middle? And maybe there wasn't necessarily a problem, but what did they do in the middle? And then how did the story end? All right, do your very best. Message your teachers if you have any questions. And don't forget to post your work on Seesaw. All right, have fun.